Do you regret your decision? Like now, if you could take it back, would you have signed with Future, or you happy that you made the decision to go with Kanye with good music?
I have thoughts about that before in the past, but no regrets. I'm just like, I think I just made a proper decision with going with Kim and Kanye and being around that family and stuff like that, seeing things like that.
Where did things go wrong with you and Kanye? Because after a while, I remember one time you went on live and you were actually complaining, saying that Kanye is really not helping you. You're doing everything on your own. When did things start going bad where you was like, you know what, I don't think good music's for me?
It's just when, everything started getting a little too political for me and stuff like that, and I just needed certain help with, PR and stuff like that. I just needed certain help, so I just felt like I just needed to fall back. That was all. That's all I could say on that.
But so was it the politics, literally him being so wrapped up in the Donald Trump shit, and saying crazy controversial things on a consistent basis? Because you signed to him when his image was a little bit cleaner, and then you fast forward a couple of years, and all of a sudden he's making headlines every other day, saying some wild shit.
The album needed to be turned in and stuff like that. I just felt like I just needed some help and stuff like that with the album and stuff.
And so did that hurt? Because you're talking about the family, and I can imagine Kim and Kanye having you around, and you really felt like, damn, I'm part of something. And then it must have been really distressing for his energy to be going in totally different directions. And meanwhile, you're realizing oh, if I'm not obviously exploding at this moment, I'm not really going to be able to get the attention. As soon as the attention dipped a little bit with you, you felt like you were kind of on the outs with them.
Not really like that, but just me and Kanye just had things in contract that I felt we just needed to really just get into, you feel me, and things like that really couldn't happen because of what he was going through. So I just kind of just left it hey, I got to get up out of here for a minute.
So it was more so a financial decision. You didn't like the splits on the contract?
No, never. There's no financial decision. Just
What was wrong with the contract that you wasn't feeling?
Nothing really was wrong with the contract. It was just when it's time to get in the studio, I just thought Kanye would be there, you feel me? And I just wanted him to have his producers, things like that, so I could be able to elevate and take it to a whole nother level. I was going back to SoundCloud mode, looking at stuff on YouTube, and I'm yo, I'm signed to Kanye West. I could be working with the camp all the time and making some moves,
I think I heard Big Sean say the same thing at one point. Was that a situation? Because was he hands-on with a majority of the good music artists? Or because, it seemed like he was just letting everybody do their own thing. It's even Big Sean had, made comments like that saying that Kanye wasn't as hands-on with his career. Was that talks you guys were having? I don't think he helping me out either.
It was just, talk to my lawyer and his lawyer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with signing to a big artist, It's it seems like it happens to people all the time. Drake has signed a shitload of artists over the years, and more often than not, if you were to ask them what their complaint was, it would be I just wasn't really getting the attention that I felt like I needed and stuff. I mean, that definitely seems like a pretty consistent complaint. But did you try to work through it with Kanye, or did you just kind of reach a point where you're just fed up and you just reached out and said you wanted to get out of the contract?
Just try to work through it with Kanye as much as I can, for real, and just make the best out of the opportunity, best out of the move as possible.
When did you and Kanye officially part ways, or did he drop you? How did you guys?
I asked to get released, and he released me.
And he honored it?
Yes.
He didn't seem like he had any issues with that, because they probably already invested a bunch of money into you, right?
Oh no, the record was doing God blessed us with a beautiful record. So the record is doing what it's doing. He took his splits, I took my splits, and we still good people to today. Word. Shout out John Monopoly, shout out the whole team.
Definitely. There was that one Blueface song that you remixed though, where you said that Kanye was crazy.
Oh man, I did not call him crazy.
We take mental health very, very serious around here. Desiigner.
I didn't call him crazy on that.
Oh really?
I didn't call him crazy.
So what did you say?
Because I said got him going crazy like Desiigner, I got him going crazy like Kanye. So I was saying we was both crazy, and we was just
But everyone at the time took it like you was calling him crazy, because that was the narrative of Kanye being crazy.
Word.
So when that came out, did Kanye have anything to say with you? Why are you spreading this, or
no,
was there any backlash?
Because what I said was got him going crazy like Desiigner. I got him going crazy like Kanye,
Yeah.
But also he is crazy. So that seems like a pretty fair, if you don't think Kanye West is crazy, then you don't really, you ain't been paying attention.
Word.
I mean, at least in our basic definition of the word crazy, in the sense that, his energy is just going a million different directions. It doesn't really seem like he's capable of controlling what he's working on at any given time. So that's why when something comes out, they're doing Yeezy porn, and then it, doesn't happen, and all of a sudden you fast forward a few months and you're not hearing anything else about it, it's nobody's surprised. because it's like, I'm sure he was really excited about starting this porn company at one point, and then I'm sure a week later he had basically like forgot about the fact that he was even working on it. That's just how he goes.
Word.
You know? Yeah. But okay, like when Pusha T left Good Music, I remember like at least like some of the complaints were basically about like the fact that if you want to be in that environment, if you want to be working on music with him, you have to kind of be willing to like be in the studio till 8 in the morning. You have to be willing to like not get sleep. You have to just kind of show up at the studio whenever he wants to work and stuff. Was that part of the problem? Is that like you had a hard time getting on the schedule that he works at creatively?
Oh no, not at all. Cruel Summer, I was working on Cruel Summer. We got records. If y'all search it up, we got unreleased records on YouTube. Word. It's easy. I felt like the creativity with me and Kanye would have been massive, but we would have actually worked together and really like locked in. Like we could have made something larger than Panda. And word, I just felt like we just needed to have more of a relationship and build that relationship and just have that dynamic like eye to eye and things and like conversations like a little bro. Like I'm coming out of high school, I got all this money, I'm a millionaire. I just need just that guidance and just that big bro to help me, just like because like I said, Panda came from a story, and I'm more of a story guy. I hear stories, and then I just build from there. You feel me? It's just not just like I'm going in there and just shaking my ass and just making music for that. I'm trying to make music that's going to connect all of us at the table.
Yeah, I mean, I always think about silent artists, and I always think about how I don't feel like I have the bandwidth or the time to really invest into that. But then it's always fascinating to me when I see artists sign other artists and then just kind of let them do whatever, like give them like the sort of basic cosign and then kind of just throw them to the wolves and like let them figure it out. Like that's always kind of crazy to me, to like take on that responsibility of somebody's career, knowing that that's everything to them, and then not really like put your all behind it.
Word. Kind of weird, but hey, it works for some artists, but this artist it just didn't work for.
Yeah, you wanted him to be more hands on. What Cruel Summer was an EP?
EP, yeah, it was one of our albums we was gonna drop.
That was a Good Music EP, wasn't it?
It was we had a Cruel Summer was our Good Music EP / album.
Yeah, all right. So how was that? What was the process like for that? Because it seemed like everyone would just, if y'all wasn't in the studio working together, were y'all just submitting songs and then whatever got picked?
We was all in the studio. We were all link up. Me, Kid Cudi, Big Sean. We were all link up. Ty Dolla $ign and all of us.
All right, so break that down. Because Cruel Summer, I remember, was that the white cover? Was it? What was the cover? It was
we didn't get a cover yet.
Sure.
It was just all on the board. We just had everything on the board first.
So where were you guys recording at, and like how was the recording process? Like you guys would just show up and decide who wants to do a song?
Word. We'd just show up and he'd be like, got the Yeezy team out there. We'd come out, I'll go out there, watch the Yeezy team, see them create some shoes, then I'll come right back in the room, and then I'll be like, yo, you feel me? Just sit there and call and be like, let me hear the melodies. And then, you feel me? We just hear the melodies, and then we just create.
So you have to just kind of be on deck to like acknowledge how you would flow on the beat, like, and then he kind of picks who he feels like has the best flow?
Word, you feel me? And I was writing like hooks and stuff.
Interesting. So you were free of Kanye and Good Music by what year?
Probably like 2019.
Okay. And so then what does your recording process look like that? Or like what's your perspective on where to take your career at that moment?
My recording process then is just like, still trying to have conversations with my dad, stuff like that. He's excited over what we did, over the conversation that we had, and made something great out of it. And it was just like, just still trying to just hear and just listen and be a student of the game.
But how did it feel being independent all of a sudden after having been part of this big machine? Like, did it feel liberating, or did it feel like kind of depressing?
It felt cool at first, you feel me? But then it started feeling like, where was we going with this shit? Because I'm not really hearing no stories and things like that. Word.
What do you mean? Hearing stories though? What do you mean?
Like great stories, like just having like great conversations and stuff like that with my teammates and stuff like that. Just wanted to just create with them, Big Sean and 2 Chainz and stuff like that.
Who are you working on music with once you left that whole world? Because like I'm sure you met a million people on your way to the top. Like who did you end up really working on music with and shit?
I started working music with Steve Aoki, man. We wound up going overseas. We got tattoos with each other, man.
Oh, shit.
Word, and then just wound up taking it over with BTS. Shout out my my bros, BTS, and word, it's going international.
So you just went on the road and like, were you touring that song a ton for a while there?
Word, touring that and touring Mic Drop. Word, and Timmy Turner and Word, Outlet and stuff like that.